through the blood and toil of our forefathers. This line is so important because the fight for Ghana's independence cannot be limited to just the CPP and the UGCC. It's been over 60 years since Nkrumah declared the famous historic words, "Ghana, my beloved country, is free forever." But the road to independence was paved by not just Kwame Nkrumah, but several other individuals who sometimes are forgotten in history. So let's begin in January 1948. Let's set the scene. One Ghana chief, Ni Kwabena Bone III, organizes a boycott of all European goods. This boycott is to demand a reduction in the prices of these goods, which are astronomically high. This boycott runs from January to March of 1948. The day the boycott is supposed to end coincides with a march being done in Accra by veterans of World War II. This march was a peaceful protest to present a petition to the governor at the Christianborg Castle. Their goal was to request for the pensions and jobs that were promised them for their efforts during World War II. Well, while I've got you here, I've got to tell you about this book, The Usurper's Dream. If you love history and you would want to read it in a fictionalized form, this particular book tells the story of Osei Tutu and Okomfo Anokye and how these two individuals came together to form the empire that we know today as the Asante Kingdom. If you would want to get a copy, there's a link in my bio if you're out of Ghana. If you are in Ghana, there's a number as well that you can call and a copy will be delivered to you. The veterans are, however, prevented entry into the castle. Now, Superintendent Emery, who is in charge of the guard at the Christianborg Castle, orders his men to fire at the protesters, but the men refuse. And then he grabs a rifle and starts to shoot at the protesters, killing three of the leaders. Well, these ones were not supposed to fall off. Killing three. So he kills three of the protesters, and several other veterans are wounded in the process. When news of this got out, the people of Accra took to the streets to riot over the killings. These protests will last for 5 days. The governor is forced to put in place a state of emergency, and the new Riot Act is also put in place to deal with such incidents. The aftermath of these riots leads the British colonial government to set up the Watson Commission to investigate the incidents leading to these riots. And also, for the first time, the term the Big Six is used in a newspaper publication following the arrest of the leaders of the UGCC. The arrest and subsequent release of the leaders of the UGCC created some sort of heroism in the eyes of the Gold Coasters at that time. They were now seen as national heroes and freedom fighters against the British government. 9 years later, the country gains its independence and is renamed Ghana, with Nkrumah as its first president.